Here's how to use the do-it-yourself cast-on bonnet that we made in the last video. You will have exactly half the number of loops to hang that you have needles because of working the crocheted loops into every other stitch. So hang on every other needle. The area we're hanging is one of those 3 chain stitch expanses between each single crochet. Even the first time you use it, the openings are very pronounced. They will become more so and easier to hang after you've used it a bit. As usual, when working around the cylinder, you won't have access to all of the needles at once. It will be necessary to hang part or even most of the bonnet and then rotate so as to be able to get to the other needles. And when we rotate, we will need to start knitting the first waste yarn row at the same time. Otherwise, the bonnet will drop right off the needles. When we do start needing to knit in some waste yarn, we'll want to have some weight on the bonnet. So I'm going to stop and add that now. Once about 2/3 of the bonnet is hung, a single one of the stack of 3 weights does help to keep it from shifting around and being difficult to manage. I can't really hang any more of the bonnet without rotating the machine. So now it's time to thread it up and do that. It's important that all the latches be open and that the yarn that I'm threading into the carriage start at the point we want it to start. At the first needle that the carriage comes to that does already have a piece of the bonnet hung on it. Get the yarn tail down inside the tube and completely out of the way. And now we can hang the remaining loops on the remaining needles, hanging every other needle, of course. When the complete cylinder has bonnet on it all the way around, I like to go ahead and add whatever is the appropriate amount of weight for the yarn in use. And if any mistakes occurred, like that one jumped off, the loop can go back on. We're only in waste yarn right now. As with any cast on, the first round should be knitted very slowly and carefully. A few corrections may be needed. Make sure the latches are all open, and around you go. In my opinion, the cast-on bonnet is actually a little bit faster than the original cast-on basket. Also, it doesn't require as much strange angling of the wrist as wrapping the cast-on basket does. So it may be worth the investment of time to make yourself one.